what is the hardest difficult conversation? Well, if you'd like to know, then check out today's 2-minute top tip. So, not all difficult conversations are equal. In fact, there's a spectrum of difficulty. And on this spectrum, there are 3 points. So the easiest difficult conversation is anything that's kind of grounded in simple rules that we may have in place. For example, being on time. If someone's late, it's quite straightforward. They need to be in at a certain time and they're not. Perhaps there's inappropriate language. Perhaps there's inappropriate clothing. They tend to be the easier end of your difficult conversations. In the middle is typically anything about performance. So it might be around marking, around planning, around the TA's intervention, a caretaker doing the jobs they need to do. They tend to sit in the middle difficulty. And at the hardest end, typically is anything about conduct and adult behaviour. Perhaps being rude, being dismissive, not being a team player. Any of these things tend to be our harder conversations because they feel quite personal and quite targeted at an individual. The good news is that when you understand that spectrum of conversations, you can actually assess, okay, how difficult is my conversation? They all feel difficult, but it means you've got an opportunity to go, do you know what? I've got those lateness conversations. They're not as bad as talking to someone about their conduct, their being rude. So I'm going to have those slightly easier conversations first. As for the hardest conversation that I come across, the one that puts fear into anyone who needs to have it, and I'd say exists above the conduct conversation, that conversation is telling someone that they smell. And if that's a conversation that puts fear in you, then check out my previous videos because I cover off exactly how you tell someone they smell. I hope you don't need to have that particular conversation, but think of that spectrum, assess your conversations, figure out where the easy ones are to have, and if you give it a go, then do let me know. And remember, if you have a question for me, you can ask me at ukheadsup.com/asksonia. And if you're not already getting these tips into your inbox every week, then pop along to the website and sign up at ukheadsup.com/